Hey guys, it's Mawan and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you're notified when my next video comes out. Alright, so in today's mukbang menu, I have Gamjatang! Well, if you don't know what Gamjatang is, it's also known as pork bone soup, and it's Korean pork bone soup. If you haven't had this before, I suggest you try it because it's honestly so good. I just probably tasted Gamjatang within the last year and I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. And yes, you better believe it, I didn't make this on my own. I got this recipe again from Maangchi. She's one of my favorite Korean YouTube cooks. So where I first tasted Gamjatang, it's probably one of my favorite restaurants to go for that. You know, they only offer it once a week on Mondays, and sometimes I can't go there on Mondays. So I'm like, okay, I need to make this recipe on my own. I need to try making it at home so I don't have to wait every Monday to make this. So here it is. It took a while for me to prepare this, but honestly, it was so worth it. Yeah, it was a lot of ingredients. It's still hot, as you can see. I actually made a big pot. I just put into a smaller pot because I'm not gonna eat out of that big pot. I wish I had what is that called? That cast iron bowl. I don't have that, so I just put it in a pan. And I also have some kimchi. I went to my local Korean grocery store to get all these ingredients for the gamjatang. I hope I'm saying that right. Gamjatang, I don't know. And it was a funny story. When I was actually at the Korean store, obviously things weren't in English and I was kind of struggling to find the ingredients, and it was so funny because the owners were so nice. And I was showing them the recipe and they didn't really understand what I was saying, but once I showed them the Korean word, they're like, ah, okay, I know where that is. And I also got the grocery store's kimchi, and I've already tasted this prior to this video and it's honestly so good. I think a future video I'm gonna try making kimchi because I love kimchi so much. And I also have my side of rice, of course, because how can you not have rice with this, right? But yeah, it's pork bone soup. It's very spicy. I think I made this one pretty spicy, so I'm just gonna I might use my hands because you know it's pork bones, and some chopsticks, and yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Of course, my all right. And it's so cute when the recipe, I'll also link it down below in my description box so you guys can take a look at the video that I got this recipe from. And she's so cute. She always wants you to drink her recipes with a can of Coke, which is what I'm doing. I hope she sees this video because, yeah. Just move my kimchi to the side there. Yeah, I've bought some store-bought kimchis before and they were really horrible, and this one's pretty good. And I also made sure that I put extra potatoes because I love potatoes. Alright. And I literally boiled this for almost 2 hours so the meat is fall off the bone. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. Seriously, it's so worth it. All of this. Oops. Here's a closer look at that. Oh, I'm so excited. Mm. Mm. The meat is just so soft. Mmm. Mmm. It's kind of hard with chopsticks to eat Gamjatang, but like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's still steaming. Ugh. I just really wish I had a cast iron. Mmm. Like, every recipe of Maangchi's I want to try. Like, oh my god. Mmm. Watch me end up using my hands. Mmm. See, look at that. I think one of the most interesting ingredients in this recipe was the perilla seed flour. Like, I've never cooked with that before, and I've only had perilla leaves. But I mean, it's super good still. Mmm. The potato's so soft. And I also couldn't find perilla leaves at my grocery store, so I just used basil instead. Mm. Ooh. Mm. I don't know if there's like a right way to eat Gamjatang, but don't judge me. Mm. Oh, this one has lots of meat. Mm. Oh, this one has a lot of meat. Ooh. Mm. 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 Oh, the meat is so soft. And there's not a lot of meat like within each bone. I remember I had Gamjatang at like this other restaurant, and it was a Korean restaurant, and it tasted horrible, and I was like, ugh. And after that, I was like, I'm only going back to that restaurant that I first tried it at. And this honestly tastes better than the one that I had at that restaurant. So, yeah. A little spicy, but manageable. I'm kind of just tempted to use my spoon and fork. Let's see. Might be easier for me to grab it the Filipino way. It just cuts through the potato. So I was scrolling through YouTube, and guess what I saw? The Game of Thrones preview, or like a little snippet of it. I'm so freaking excited. Do you guys watch Game of Thrones? Because I'm seriously so obsessed. And I know a lot of people watch this show. Like, I mean, it is the last season, so I'm so excited. I can't wait till April. Waited like, was it 2 years for it to come back? I think it was 2 years, because I was expecting it to be last year, and I remember they're like, oh no, it won't be till next year. And I remember when I found out, I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? You guys are seriously gonna make us wait like 2 years for the freaking final season? But that's just because apparently the episodes are gonna be like twice as long. Twice as long with better production, I think. Yeah, so I'm like super excited for that, and I just remember Jon Snow in the last episode. I was like, my heart was like shaking. I was like nervous, and I'm just really sad that it's ending. And I remember when I first got into Game of Thrones, it honestly took me like, I think like 3 tries to get into it. And I know I'm not the only one, because it is pretty slow at first. These bean sprouts, lots of that. Yeah, this soup has a lot of vegetables, which is nice, but not necessarily healthy. Ooh, look at that big piece of meat. Oops. If I can grab it. And as I was saying, Game of Thrones, it took me like about 2 to 3 tries, and after I like got through the first couple episodes, I was hooked. But I can't say the same for my boyfriend. Like, everyone I know watches Game of Thrones, and he hates it. Like, he can't get into it. I've tried to make him watch it like a billion times, but he can't get into it. I think like out of all the characters, I'd have to say my favorite character would be Sansa and Jon Snow, obviously. Yeah, like Sansa, I feel like she's been through so much shit, like getting married to King Joffrey and, you know, like running away with Littlefinger, and, you know, she's been through all this shit, and I think that, yeah, she's my favorite character. And Jon Snow, obviously. I feel like Jon Snow is everyone's like favorite character. He's like the bastard baby who's basically survived everything. There's so many times he could have died, but he didn't. But I'll never ever forget about the Red Wedding episode. Like, that episode, probably one of my favorite. Not my favorite because they died, but favorite because that was the last time I seen Rob. Gotta get in there for the meat, but it's all fat. Okay, got one more piece of meat. Potatoes so good. Ooh, this one's a big one. Yeah, I think I like, after each season, when Game of Thrones is over, I always rewatch from the beginning. So I think I've watched Game of Thrones like, probably like 3 times, over and over. Yeah, I just remember the first few episodes. It was so slow. The production was so crappy. It just like it just looked like low production, and that's why it was like really hard for me to get into it. And then after that, they just stepped it up, and now it's just like crazy. So. Oh my god, I finished all my rice. Whew. Now I just gotta chase it with some kimchi. Yeah. This soup is so good on like a cold day, like today, where I live. Like last night, it snowed so much. Like, oh, it was just, the roads were just clear and it was fine to drive. And now I just had, oh, oops. Now it just had to snow, but, yeah, if you guys, don't want to put the effort into making this, because it is, more steps to it, I suggest you guys try it. Like, it's so, so good. I would definitely make this recipe again. So worth it. You know what's funny, when people ask me about my YouTube, they're like, do you really eat all your food? I'm like, yes, I do. Like, I don't know why people don't believe me. I really do eat all my food. Like, see, my rice is gone, kimchi's almost gone, this is almost done. Looks like I didn't eat anything, but it's, I swear, it's bones. Like, I love Korean food so much. Like, especially Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue is my shit. Oops. That Korean barbecue? I've never been to like an authentic Korean barbecue place. Like, there is Korean barbecues at my city, but I don't know, like, the real ones is where you eat with like some like lettuce and wrap it in stuff, right? Like, I haven't found that here yet, and I'm so sad because I love Korean barbecue so much. Like, that's probably like one of my favorite foods besides like sushi. Korean barbecue. Alright, just gonna get the last little bit off these bones. Yeah, I actually haven't had pork bones in so long. And I remember my grandma used to always make some Filipino like soup. It's called sinigang. She used to make it with this, and it was so good. Like, it was like a tamarind soup, soup base, and oh, that just reminds me of it so much. But yeah, I just have this much left, like this here. This is just all bones here, so just gonna finish the last little bit. And one of the other Korean foods I want to try is like black bean noodle, and I've seen this like all over like YouTube, and I'm like, I don't know where to get this thing. Like, I've never even heard of this thing before. I've seen it, it looks really good, and yeah, like, can someone tell me where I can get this? Do I get this at a restaurant, or are you supposed to make it? Like I have no idea, but yeah, I want to try that. That looks really good. getting full. Oh my god, it's so good. Woo. And I remember I used to hate bibimbap. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But now I love it. And yeah, I think Korean food's one of my favorite foods as well. Types of Asian foods at least. I know I say a lot of things are my favorite, but like Asian food in general is like my favorite type of food. Oh. Okay. Whew. I think this will be my last bite here. Oh, no. I think this will be my last bite here. Whew. Okay. Alright. Oh, I am stuffed. That was a lot. Ooh, I ate like 4 neck bones. 4 pieces of neck bones with some broth, potatoes, kimchi, and some rice, and a Coke basically, because I'm pretty much finished. Oh, and I'll show you where I got my kimchi from. So this is the one that I bought from my local Korean supermarket. And it's pretty good. I would probably get this again. It's pretty close to what I can eat at the restaurant. So, yeah. Alright, so that concludes my mukbang. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think I should try next, or what recipes you guys think I should try next. And I'll also link down Maangchi's Gamjatang recipe down below in my description box. And also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at @MaoandM, because I do post a lot of food pictures on there frequently. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace!